of things. In this case, how we are reading the information, the profile information, that info is at the top of the directory. So we just need to, the ID is the same one. Okay, so if you see here, we have these types. In Solid, we use public types that allow us to each value has been read by another applications and by another machines, because it's not just the developer of the company said this is a photo. We are using a public type that said that image, that value is a photo. We are saying this text is not just a text. This text is a B card, and inside this B card, this means first name. And you could see, if we go here, we have the types defined here. B card FN with the name, B card with the address, B card with the photo, with the note. So if we use these public types and send them here, we are going to be able to read that information. And we don't have to play directly with this document. That could be kind of difficult at the beginning. So very easy. And here is a good part of Solid, how we are reading directly from the user spot. If I change something here, for example, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to save the change. You see, I'm going to refresh the application, and voila, the information was updated. So the users can modify, can update their data as they want, and application should adopt those changes, because apps are not storing the information. We are reading that from the user pod, and that's so powerful. Okay, let's go to the next part. We are going to read this data that is generated by the third application. Here is the link. This is a tool list. So here they use also a login. I'm going to log in using the interrupt provider, pod provider. And when I log in, you are going to see that this list of tasks is the same I have here. You see? Very cool. And for example, I could say, hey, this is not a good task. I want to delete them. So I come here, delete. And my app automatically uh, show that information. We are sync. Why that is happening? Because this application is storing the information here. If we go to our pod and try to see our files, here we have this directory called nodes. So if we go to nodes, index.ttl, we are going to see the information is here. No, that is the nodes. Sorry, we need to search the to-dos. Okay, it's here. Cool, you see, we have the information here. It's not in the application, it's in the user pod, and each value has a type. This is a text, this is a type, this is a date that means completed, and this is a date that means created. So how we play with this data, with these collections, we have tables. And tables is another component created by the solid React library. So very simple. We need to continue working on that. The third one is the simplicity. We need to make the process and the experience for users simple. And the last one is we need to work hard to make people follow the standards. Now it's very easy that each developer creates a file. So we are going to have a list of 100 files just for movies, one from Netflix, one from Disney, and one from HBO Max, and that's not good. And to finish, and one last quote, Tim Berners-Lee said uh, 2 years ago that he always believed that the web is for everyone. That's why he and others fight fiercely to protect him. I strongly believe in that too. I think web and the internet is one of the most innovative technologies we have created, and we need to take care of them. The power needs to come back to the people and not to be on the big platforms. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. If you have a question, please ask them. And thanks, Geekly, for the opportunity.
Wow, man, that was so good there, Gene. Let me go ahead and take away your slides here. Hey, I got a question for you before we start. How did you get into React development? Did you have any previous experience on other programming languages?
Yes, I started at the university. I started using Java and C++.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, so and then I moved to C Sharp and started
Yep.
making things on for web applications.
Hmm.
But I heard that people start using JavaScript, and they told me there is a framework where you can use JavaScript to create web applications, and they shared me the link that was React, and I started playing with them. And then when I jumped back to my first internship experience, they used React, so I learned it from there.
How long did
Now
it
the
take you? How long, Gene? How long did it take you to learn it from transition from like Java to JavaScript to React? I'm just curious.
to well, I will never complete to learn all the stuff
Right.
related with React, but
Right.
um, just to start playing, that took me between 2 or 3 months just to
Yeah.
create my first form and display my first things, and then start to playing with try to connect with a database. But the basic things, just 2 or 3 months. Getting
Yeah,
ready.
and I'm sure, and the reason I wanted to drop those questions on you, I know there's a lot of people out there going like, should I get into React or not? Because I may be on other these languages. So I really appreciate that you helping us out. But I have some crazy questions for you actually here.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Um,
Okay.
where?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So where can I get more information?
Okay. Are you
You
home?
mentioned.
Could you repeat me the question? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I think there was a cutoff. Where can I get more information on the session provider?
Okay, you can go here to the Solid Project that organization. Here
Okay,
is the link. So you can see here the standards, the protocol, and if you want to get a pod, you can just click here. And here you have all the information, how to host your own pod or how you can use the providers. So just go here,
got it.
Solid Project, and here is the in-route page. That is like the company to create by Timbers need to promote in-route. So you can just check for more info here.
That's super cool, man. I appreciate that. Here comes your next question at you. Sorry if there's a little delay, because of the internet connection. Okay, this is about a pod. Is a pod similar to a Google profile, which allows us to log into several apps? With the big difference that a pod is not controlled by Google, of course.
Yeah, the thing is, as I said here, a pod can be hosted by a provider. We could say
Yes.
that is Google, but you can also host your own server provider. And there is no difference between a pod that is hosted by a Google provider and the pod that is hosted by you. So you can, if you don't trust anyone, you just turn out your computer and host your server, and you can play. That is the power of Solid. We don't need any third providers. We can host our own pods. I think that is a big difference.
Absolutely, it is because it kind of gives you that flexibility, doesn't it? Where there could be restrictions on certain projects that you're working on. That's a really awesome point there. The next
Mhm.
question I have for you is this: is it possible to set options for multiple pod providers? Okay, say it's a stupid question, but I suppose it would be a case of multiple buttons for the different providers. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see here in this application, let's see these two app. For example, this app is calling two providers. It's BrokerPod Inrupt and this Inrupt.net.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have an application and the user can access to there using any of the providers. So the user can use the providers that comes here, these ones. But the thing is how we are using the same standard. Each pod providers use the same standard. It doesn't matter because we are going to interact with that with the data in the same way. So yes, you can the application can accept multiple providers and it is going to work in the same way. If that answers your question.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's super awesome. And I think we got time for one more question here. Dude, this was amazing code examples you gave. Is there a repository for this example app that you were showing that we could get to?
I'm going to upload this application after the talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to add more notes, but you could search me in my GitHub as Boceto1,
Okay.
like. And also, I strongly recommend you if you want to start playing with Solid, a post that is created by Virginia Balseiro. Virginia Balseiro here has this post here, how to create a Solid app with React.
Mm-hmm.
So here is, I think I'm going to share you that, but that is a good place how to play with React. I don't know how to pass it, but I'm going to put it here. And you can start playing there.
Oh, okay, cool. I just kind of drop it on to the comments or something like that. I'm sure people will be definitely interested in that. I think I have to let you go. I'm sorry, man, because of time constraints and everything. This has been an amazing, amazing talk. I really appreciate it. So, thank you for your time. This was really awesome. It was a really good topic. I really appreciated it. And you have a
And
good day.
thanks.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. 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 Thank you so much. Guys, I think we're ready for the next speaker, but I think there's an announcement, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to back away off stage for a minute and let them go do that. Oh, no, no, I guess.